Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Are the Epstein files out yet? No? Okay. How about now? Are they, All right, just checking. You'll let me know. Stop me in mid-sentence if anything happens over there.
Bond has done a phenomenal job in every respect. And there could have been some holdback. I haven't heard too much about it, but they could. But the bottom line is the records are getting out. The Kennedy records are getting out. Those are the ones I really wanted to see the most, were the Kennedys. And during my administration, as you know, I released a lot of them, but then a lot of people started coming in.
Imagine a world where logic takes a vacation, common sense files for divorce, and one man turns chaos into a full-time job. Stephen Colbert, armed with wit sharper than a diamond-coated chainsaw, slices through every stunt, tweet, and eyebrow-raising moment of Trump's latest spectacle. Buckle up, nothing is safe. By the end, you'll laugh, cringe, and marvel at the material.
Hey, small talk over. Let's talk about Epstein. Okay. Last week, Democrats in Congress released a handful of salacious emails about Trump from a trove of documents provided by the Epstein estate, including one in which Epstein says that Trump, quote, knew about the girls. That prompted Republicans to accuse Democrats of cherry picking. Let's pause there for a second. Guys, I'm going to say for this one, maybe go with a different fruit.
Stephen Colbert stepped onto the stage with calm confidence, the kind only someone who knows they've already won an argument can have. Trump wasn't present, but his aura lingered, trapped between the stage lights and the teleprompter like glitter from a craft project gone horribly, wonderfully wrong. The room braced for comedy sharp enough to slice through ego and absurdity alike.
Yesterday, after months of Trump fighting tooth and cankle to hold back the Republican Party from doing the right thing, he just went ahead and gave up and signed the bill to release the Epstein files. Yeah. One day you're going to have a very complicated conversation with your grandchildren about why you just cheered.
And then Colbert began, not with volume, not with force, but with soft, razor-sharp sarcasm, surgical enough to slice through steel. Every line carried the elegance of a ballerina and the brutality of a bulldozer, signaling to the audience that someone's dignity was about to implode. They didn't stand a chance against the impending comedic carnage.
Democrats were, let's say, pineapple choosing. House Republicans released 20,000 plus pages of other Epstein documents. They did it to show that they were way more transparent than the Democrats, who they say released just enough to make Trump look bad. And they were right, because the Republicans' additional release of documents made him look awful. For instance, okay, just for starters, in this new batch, Trump's name appeared over 1,600 times. Wow, the 60, that's a...
Colbert didn't rush. He moved with the patience of a cat, slowly nudging a glass off the counter while locking eyes with the audience. It wasn't just comedy, it was a performance disassembly. Trump's loud, unstoppable, theatrically invincible persona turned to clay in Colbert's hands, reshaped, bent, and twisted into the punchline of the century.
This is such a difficult moment for Trump. We don't know if he actually signed the bill himself. He might have just used his mechanical signature machine, the autopube, because even though Trump told Republicans to all vote for this, he was clearly furious that they did. He signed the bill after the White House issued a so-called photo lid, which shut down any on-camera opportunities. He signed it off camera, and he'll sign anything on camera. Executive orders, sneakers, lady parts, wall parts, a toddler.
Whenever Trump's name surfaced, the studio air shifted, not with tension, but electric anticipation. The audience sensed a verbal fireball about to ignite. Core delivered each line with a smile so calm it could lull a baby to sleep, while simultaneously sending political war rooms into meltdown, drafting emergency emails that began, "We need to respond immediately."
That
900, 600, 500, 1,200.
That checks out. Now, these are not casual mentions either. In one email, Epstein wrote, "I have met some very bad people, none as bad as Trump. Not one decent cell in his body." Whoa. It's got to hurt when Jeffrey Epstein calls you a bad...
Trump is used to controlling the spotlight, wrestling it as if it owed him money. He dominates, absorbs attention, redirects energy like a human lightning rod. But comedy has its own rules, and Colbert was in God mode. Every joke detached Trump from his myth, casting him as the star of a humiliating comedy bit he never signed up for. the unstoppable force met a fearless comedian. The crowd didn't just laugh, they collapsed in waves, clapping, gasping, and doubling over, a structural meltdown usually reserved for bachelor parties with too much tequila and a mariachi band. No shouting, no bitterness, just the effortless annihilation of a persona built to resist laughter. Cameras captured every moment, wide shots, close-ups, and even the band seemed traumatized.
Oh, is he going to sign it? Is he going to not sign it or change his name to Senor Ramon and flee to Acapulco? Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has his theories.
The president has said he'll sign it, but who the hell knows with him? He can change his mind on a whim. We got to make sure we get all of the Epstein files. All. They can't around with this.
Yes. Yes, they cannot around. If they around, they'll find out. Release all the files, Don, or Chucky Schooms will cut a bitch.
In this moment, Trump had no control. None. Zero. He couldn't talk over it, walk away, or rally applause. He couldn't pick up a microphone and drown it out. He was trapped in silence, only the jokes speaking for him. And when Trump can't respond instantly, the world notices. The clip detonated online like a missile launch. Timelines flooded with laughing emojis, stunned captions, fan edits, remixes, and cinematic slow-motion breakdowns. His supporters scrambled like cats hearing vacuums. His critics danced in digital confetti. Even the apolitical tuned in. After all, nothing unites humanity like watching a giant get clowned.
News feeds to know what will America do. Well, last night, Commander-in-Chief Donald John Trump, after consulting with his advisors, poised on the precipice of history, made a powerful and momentous declaration. It is my great honor to announce that I will be putting up 2 beautiful flagpoles on both sides of the White House, north and south lawns. Not now, dude. This is like your boyfriend getting down on one knee and saying, Kelly, will you make me the happiest man in the world and look at these 2 beautiful flags?
Meanwhile, Colbert kept it moving. No basking in applause, no dramatic exit, just another joke, another spark, another comedic grenade tossed into the political battlefield. He delivered it casually with the emotional investment of someone browsing sweaters. Trump responded the only way he knows how, pretending not to care while making sure everyone knew he did. PR teams scrambled, sending group messages, PDFs, and panic-fueled Google Docs. Trump didn't lose an argument. He lost control of the narrative to laughter, the ultimate truth serum. Colbert didn't win through malice. He won by piercing the ego of someone who takes himself too seriously.
It does sign it. The bill requires Pam Bondi to make unclassified documents related to Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell publicly available within 30 days. That's December 19th, just in time for the release of my pervert advent calendar. Ooh, what do we got today? Oh, what do we got today? Ooh, there you go. Today's chocolate looks like Jared from Subway. Now, yeah, it's a bad idea for an advent calendar.
Every time the clip replays, the humiliation renews itself. Every meme resurgence sparks another ripple. Some moments fade online. This one became digital fossil fuel, mined for laughs years later. The internet's comedy machine never sleeps. Every new Trump headline fuels another re-edit, side-by-side or meme format. The comedy economy drafted him into permanent service, whether he likes it or not. Reactions spawn compilations, remixes set to beats, an infinite chain. Trump can campaign, rant, or rally anywhere, but comedy is always first, ready to dunk, memify, and immortalize him as the eccentric cartoon the internet prefers. Laughter is unstoppable, kryptonite with a smile.
Said on this, so why flagpoles? Why now? Well, as Trump explained, it is a gift from me of something which was always missing from this magnificent place. What? What do you mean, missing? What are you talking about? The White House already has a flagpole up on the roof. Plus, the White House has another symbol that lets us know it's American. The White House!
Gore handed the world a certified comedic event, not politics, but the universal joy of watching ego crumble. Stephen Colbert didn't roast Trump into a villain or hero, he made him the ultimate punchline. Once that lands, it's permanent. Political eras shift, speeches fade, headlines dissolve, but the clip endures. Someone somewhere is watching it again, laughing, sharing. Comedy leaks, spreads, multiplies like glitter spilled in a preschool, impossible to claim, impossible to ignore. The Colbert roast left the studio, entered the internet's bloodstream, and instantly became a permanent fixture of American pop culture DNA, relived endlessly.
Trump also threw a big fancy party honoring Mohammed bin Salman, despite the fact that Saudi security forces murdered and dismembered Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, which Trump's own CIA concluded that bin Salman ordered. So naturally, they punished him by giving him a state dinner. Same reason Anna Wintour invited the Babadook to the Met.
Hours after it aired, Twitter erupted like fireworks. Clips, edits, captions, and context, removed, rewritten, contradicted, spread like wildfire. Truth no longer mattered, the punchline was currency. Core didn't chase reactions, his comedic nuke had landed. Meanwhile, Trump's PR orbit scrambled, unsure whether to ignore it or feign outrage, doing both at once. Rallies resumed, speeches soared, fists pumped, but beneath the show, millions had seen him not as a leader, but a punchline. Comedy left bruises no debate could touch. Space he once dominated shrank to comedic proportions. The politically invincible became cartoonish, the unstoppable suddenly stoppable. One night, one roast, and the giant was hilariously human, proof that laughter cuts deeper than power ever can.
Of course, that was yesterday. Okay, that was yesterday. Overnight, the Israelis launched another crippling attack on Iran. So this morning, Donald Trump leapt into action and installed the flagpoles. Jim?
Let's have a good, they call it a lifting. They also use another word, but I'm not going to use that word. You know what that is? The word, it starts with an E. You know what the word is?
Yeah. So it's a word that starts with an E that he's embarrassed to say publicly. Eric.
Clips were transformed into documentaries, essays, reaction breakdowns, memes, fan cams, even anime soundtrack edits. One 10-minute monologue had spawned a global comedy franchise. People weren't just reliving the roast, they were reinventing it. Trump footage became instant material. Speeches set to Colbert's laugh, virtual boxing scoreboards tracking every punchline. Creativity ran wild. The internet doesn't care about fairness, ideology, or authority. It thrives on momentum, spectacle, and memes. Once Trump became the meme, he lost narrative control. Speeches could soar, but millions would whisper, "That's the guy clowned on national TV." The true impact wasn't the joke itself, but the memory, the permanence, the replayability, the immortal humiliation captured and circulated endlessly. Comedy reshapes reputation by default.